If Kamala never comes back, I understand. I hope she does. But if she doesn't and goes for governor and just fades off, I understand. And let me help you understand why I understand. And I explain this privately in detail in my Clarity group. This is sponsored by my Clarity group. Link in the description, link on the home page or in the bio. Listen, join my group because this is where the truth is. Now, I'm really seriously considering closing it for a while. You probably want to get in here. Here's the thing why I understand. Kamala, here's what they're not telling you. Kamala got rough treatment by her own group. When I say rough treatment, I'm talking about there were people in our circles who were supposed to be on our side who didn't even want her to be the candidate. Now think about that. That's a vice president. Why would you not want the vice president to replace Biden? What has she done that has left you insecure about her being president versus anybody else? And the answer I say to that is none. And the more and more I saw her history working with Biden over the last 4 years, fuck yeah, she should be the president. That was no brainer to me. I went deep into her background, like deep. Before I even joined the campaign to campaign for, I went deep. And there's human things that she's made mistakes on, or she's done, or things and so on. So if you're looking for perfection, nobody's there. Nobody's ever perfect. No presidential candidates, no presidents were ever perfect. Least of all the guy we got after they stole a you-know-what. But again, I talk about that in my Clarity group. Point is this. She wasn't perfect, but she was the best damn candidate. Not just versus Trump, just in general. Why would you think of a primary with somebody with this background? And she's the vice president. You never felt that way when it came to Biden. They were begging Biden to run in 2016, but his son died and he was destroyed, and we understood. But we wish he had ran, because if he had ran, Trump would have never been president. He would have went back to The Apprentice trying to get some more money or go grifting somewhere. But what I'm saying to you is this. Why would you not want this lady with this background? Let's talk. It's because that woman is black and Indian. Because that woman is married to a Jew. And because she's a woman. I saw, working on this campaign across the web on the engagement team, more misogyny, racism, prejudice than I ever seen, as well as xenophobia and homophobia. And this woman, there were people who don't want any of that, were afraid. And the core of that is within the Democratic Party. We knew how the Republican Party stood, but the Democratic Party, they didn't want her. Nancy Pelosi wanted to make their own king. And they knew they couldn't make her bow down to that crown of king making. In addition to that, I understand, because you have people within our own black culture who literally believe that she's a colonizer. She's not black. I mean, even stupid Janet Jackson couldn't have enough control to understand she's not black. Really? Her dad's Jamaican. I've never heard any half Jamaicans not black. Oh, by the way, there's another famous Jamaican, the most famous Jamaican ever, who's half black. Bob Marley. When's the last time anybody said, Bob Marley, you're not black? Well, she doesn't relate to the culture. Really? That's why instead of going to Ivy League schools where she had the grades, and she could have went to Stanford because her dad was there on a fraction of the tuition, if not free, like her sister did. But instead, where'd she go to? Howard? Who the fuck goes to Howard, the largest black university in America, and then becomes an AKA and doesn't relate to the culture? You think maybe she might have, I don't know, stood out in that arena as someone who doesn't relate to the culture? Let me tell you my personal first time I ever even encountered what a Kamala Harris was. I didn't know nothing about this woman up until the primary of 2020. I didn't know nothing about her. I was like, oh, okay. Lady running, okay. She's a woman of color, okay. Like, whatever. All right, let's see how this rolls. But she got in that primary. And look it up. Look it up on online. In your whatever social media you're watching this from. Look at that primary. She lit Biden's ass up so hard. Let me tell you, I got so much respect for Biden because that was some gangster shit to do to get her. She pulled down that white man in a way that only a black woman could. I didn't even know her mom was Indian. I didn't. I was working on my laptop while listening. And I was like, oh, snap. Here's what I got out of that. Even in her tone, and when I looked over at the TV, you could see almost her neck moving like a black woman. You thought she was going to take off her rings, get some Vaseline. Yo, you're getting in the way of where I'm feeling. Some people know about that one. Jill Scott. I'm telling you. And I'm like, whoa. She came at that man and other white people in a way that only a black woman could. Sorry, if you part of the culture, you know a motherfucker when they talk of the culture. I'm not talking about wink, wink, I'm in the culture. Catch words and catchphrases. I mean a black woman. Bushy? Yeah, she's a lawyer. Let's get it. Yes. But very black nonetheless. You saw that in Oprah when your Oprah interviewed you. There's somebody come in my house. That Oakland came out real quick. That was not, let me tell you. Look at the way she looked at the Palestinian protesters the first time when she was like, and look at what she said. Think about how prolific that was. She said, oh, if you want Trump, you think he's gone? Everything she said came true in the last 6 months to people who didn't know that we screamed at and begged to come vote for. This had to happen because there were people who didn't believe. But we got a problem on the left, y'all. We got a problem. And I talk about this in my Clarity group. I'm going live tomorrow. Come on with me. Stop fucking around. Come on with me. Go in the description. Go into the homepage. If you're on TikTok watching, go into TikTok. Listen. Stop fucking around. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Listen. Because I take you to school, church, Torah, mosque, temple. I take you to the man. Listen. This ain't about a political discussion. That's not what my Clarity group's about. It's about assessment, clarity, literally from chaos to clarity. What's really going on? What little things can we do? And then how do we chill the out while the process plays, and the process got to play. Think about what Trump just did. He did it to himself, Epstein. Nobody did that to him. He did it to himself. Sometimes you got to wait for other people to fuck up. And he fucked up. His days are numbered. But I understand why Kamala Harris, again, would not want to be in this. But I hope she does.